Okay, people, this episode of WTF is sponsored exclusively by Adult Swim. Watch new seasons of Children's Hospital and NTSF SD SUV Thursdays at midnight on Adult Swim. Go to adultswim.com for more. Good times.
Lock the gates!
Okay, let's do this. How are you, what the fuckers? What the fuck buddies? What the fucking ears? What the fuckaricans? What the fuck nicks? How about you, what the fuckaholics? Because I am Marc Maron, and I am 13 years sober today. Today. I can't even believe it. Can you believe it? Maybe you can. I don't know. But 13 years, no booze, no drugs. I can't say that it's been the smoothest ride. There were a couple of times back in the day when things were out of control where I might have been having a better time, but not many. A lot of things have changed over 13 years, and I'm just happy as hell, grateful, and amazed that I have been sober that long. I just wanted to share that with you, and for those of you who are struggling with that stuff, it can be done, because, damn it, if I can do it, you can do it. It can be done. Just don't think of it in the long haul. Never say never. Just say today. Dig that, huh? A little spiritual message. Not even. A little practical information for you. Really, all you have is this moment. Am I right? And that one's gone. All right, enough of that. But thank you for your support on all levels. That being said, today on the show, Brett Gelman is here, and that guy is hilarious. That guy is one of the greatest comedic comedy actors that we have right now. You might not even know him, but I bet you if you Google him, you'll be like, oh yeah, that guy. He's been in movies, been on Curb Your Enthusiasm. He was on Eagle Heart, on Adult Swim there with the Chris Elliott fella. He was in, did I say the other guys? Because he had a good scene in that. Brett Gelman, hilarious. Can I get a little business out of the way? And then I'm going to tell you a story. This Saturday, I will be at Wise Guys in Utah for 2 shows. I always have a good time in Utah. There's some people are very happy to see me there. There's a relief to it. You know, sometimes I think SLC is a little tough to get through, and I'm excited to go there. And then after that, on August 17th and 18th, did something just happen to the 18th coming out of my mouth? My brain seems to be squishing words. Like I can feel them coming out of my mouth as whole words, and then they get squished. I think I'm okay. August 17th and 18th, I will be in Victoria, Esquimalt. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Esquimalt. I hope it's right. Victoria, for the Blue Ridge Comedy Festival. You can go to my site, by the way, WTFpod.com, for all that information. Let's get into this story because it did have an effect on me. I was just in Chicago. I didn't talk to you about Chicago, but I've grown to really like Chicago because it's a real deal place. It's a city with its own integrity, its own history. There's beautiful neighborhoods. There's beautiful architects. Chicago's got everything. Good people. And I quite honestly, all the people that came out to the main stage in Chicago, I want to thank that venue. I want to thank you. I honestly believe those are some of the best shows I've ever done in my life. Something magic happened in this place over last weekend. I mean, I can't explain it to you. It's a great venue, the main stage. It's really one of the best venues I've ever played. And I would play there. I wish I could move the main stage theater from Chicago around on a trailer and travel with it. Great place. Because it has the illusion of being a huge theater, but it's this intimate place. But some of the shows there, I did things I have never done before, and I was at a comfort level and an open-heartedness that I've never experienced before. So I just want to say that those of you who saw some of those shows at the main stage saw something that was completely new to me, and I was thrilled that you saw it. Now, maybe by virtue of the fact that I was coming up on 13 years sober, maybe by virtue of the fact that I just gotten too comfortable or too open, something went down, man. Something happened, and it was not pizza related. It was psychically related. I really am wary to go into this, but I'm gonna. Here's what happened. I was booked on a show. I thought it was a radio show. It's a podcast, very popular podcast, the Paper Machete Show. I think the guy's name is Chris. Somehow they reached out to me, and I just knew I had a gig. I didn't know what the show was, had not listened to it. Didn't know it was as popular as it is. Didn't know it was a thing. But they were taping a live show. It's a variety show, weekly variety show with sketch elements, improv elements, writing, all kinds of stuff. It's definitely a thing. And they were recording it at the Green Mill Cocktail Lounge, which I heard had a history. I mean, the thing that you hear in Chicago is like, oh, the Green Mill, that was Capone's place. Okay, well, that sounds interesting. Capone owned 25% of it through his henchman, one of these guys. I don't know the guy's name offhand. This isn't a history lesson. This is the bedrock of my mystical adventure. That he owned, he got into it for about 25% through this henchman because basically what they were trying to do was muscle the comedian and singer Joey Lewis into performing there exclusively. And that's why he took a stake in this, was to bully this guy into playing. And Joey Lewis was a popular comic entertainer at the time. And you might know him from movies if you're a movie buff. Well, what happened was, apparently Joe E. Lewis balked at this, and Capone's guy, who now was 25% owner of the Green Mill, cut his throat. And Joey Lewis, held on to his throat somehow, did not die. They bashed his head in, cut his throat. He made it to the hospital. He survived and went on to perform in movies and on stage. Of course, his voice was never the same and his brain was never the same, but he transcended that shit. Now, that's some pretty dark karma for a place to hold. And obviously, in my mind, if I'm looking at it metaphorically, not a friendly venue to comedians. On a mystical level. And also these kind of places that have dark histories that they don't really, redecorate. Yeah, there's definitely ghosts in the room. And I heard someone told me there were tunnels underneath it going to a couple other places for gangster getaways. When there's a vibe in a place, when there's a spirit to a place, when there may be ghosts in the wood of the bar at the place, I tend to think that I can feel them. I mean, I work at the Comedy Store and no one's going to tell me that place isn't just polluted with, poltergeists and apparitions of sorts. Angry spirits. So I go to this place. It's 3 p.m. and the place is packed, okay? Kind of an NPR / hipster group, but a giant nerd cluster, I'll call it, in a loving way. And I was surprised because I didn't realize it would be that big a deal, but then I found out this is a very, grounded show and popular show. And I get to the Green Mill and I feel the vibe. And there's right away, after doing a little research on it and walking into the place, I realized that there's no nerd cluster big enough that is going to battle the spirits of that place. So I walked in there in full mystical warfare mode, which I don't get into that much. I was a little defensive because I didn't realize the situation was going to be as big as it was. I was a little frustrated because it was the middle of the day and I don't love doing comedy in the middle of the day. And also there was that part of me that's like, dude, you've been having great shows. You're going to have to take a hit. That was the guy inside of me that regulates my humility. There's a little guy inside of me that regulates my humility. You're doing great. You're going to have to feel shitty about one of them. He was also present. So I walk into the place. I take a seat in a booth that's a comfortable position. I just sit next to these two comics who I'm talking to. And then this woman appears out of, she had been buzzing around the place. I didn't really notice her until she got into my face. This weird kind of rail thin woman that was wearing a sundress that was hanging off her like it would have hung off a hanger. She had stringy, weird, oily hair. I'm not going to use the word weird anymore. She was gaunt. She had glasses and she was exuding an energy of somebody who had decided that she was running the venue. And it was my feeling at that moment that she wasn't really running the venue. Look, I've been involved with communities before, and there's always sort of marginalized people that find their way into communities, especially weekly shows or performances where they become tolerated because they become regulars. And hey, they're kooky, but we've taken her in. That was how I projected a personality on her, that she was a control freak who thought that she was important to whatever was going on there, and she had been indulged to think that she was. God, this is, like I'm talking, I feel anger coming out of me because I've not felt this, I've not felt this kind of anger in a while. So, because I've been sort of wide open, man. I've been trying to be open-minded, open-hearted, and, and my boundaries are not great to begin with. So I sit down at this table, and this woman with this intensity, this horrible, intrusive intensity, boundaryless, just gets right into my face right when I sit down, like literally a foot away, and goes, this table is my table. I'm reserving this table. And I'm like, no problem. I'll just move when you want to sit down. And then she says, but I have other people. There might be other people that want to sit at this table that I reserve for them. And I'm like, all right, okay, I get it. I will move when you need the table. I'm just trying to get comfortable here. I'm just trying to sit down for a minute. And she goes, ugh, and storms off. Now, she didn't know who I was. And then I saw her talking to the guy that booked the show, and he told her who I was. And I could just tell by her body language, and also because I overheard her say, oh, so he's the big star? And it was just this energy where, whatever was going on in the room it made no difference to her. The show made no difference to her because this was her day. This was her show. She got under my skin, and I could just feel it. Like I felt the anger. I felt like there was a war at stake, and I was fighting some sort of aggressive, broken, boundaryless spirit in this place that was polluted to begin with all kinds of dark energy. So this is what was going through my head. I stopped thinking about her. I talked to the comedians. I talked to the guy running the show. I find out when I'm going to go on, what not. And then as I'm waiting, she comes over, with two women who were friends of hers. She's like, this is their table. This is who I was saving it for. I'm like, fine. All right, man. And I move over to the other side of these comics. And the whole thing was weird. Even they felt it. And I was cool. I was just trying to get focused on I didn't know what I was going to do up there. And, the show had started. And then I'm about to go on, or it was a few minutes before, because I think her name's Katie Rich. She's a popular improviser out there. And she did a great thing. She does a weekly thing on this show. And it's very funny. Killed. And I'm after her, and I'm getting ready to go on. I finally got it in my head what I'm going to do. And that woman, this freak, right after Katie Rich gets off, this woman gets right up next to me. I didn't even see her coming. All of a sudden, her face is next to my head. And I turn, and she goes, you think you can follow that? And it was just such a clear attempt at a mind fuck before I went on stage that I turned to her and I said, who are you, fucking Satan? And she goes, yes, I am, and huffed off. And that just delivered the goods. She got in, she psychically violated me with her horrendous broken energy. And now I was mad. And now I'm getting up to get on stage. And I'm about to get on stage. They're about to introduce me. And I'm just, focusing on what I need to do. And then all of a sudden, I just felt her energy huffing back down the bar, past hundreds of people in this place. And I feel her come right up next to me, and she starts to talk. And I'm not proud of this. I guess I'm apologizing to the universe. But before she even could get anything out of her mouth, I turned and I looked at her. I said, get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me. And then they brought me up, and I went on stage. And I killed. I did good. I did it for Joey Lewis. I did it to fight all the dark spirits and psychic vampires. All I'm saying here, if there's a moral to this thing, or it's any word of advice, is that be careful. If you're walking around too open, you might become a payback portal for what broke a person. I don't know what it was, but all I know is I got dumped in, if you dig what I'm saying. Psychically. I got off stage and I walked right past her, right out into the rain, and got the hell out of there. But I thought I'd share that story. Oh, good to be sober. That didn't feel like a sober-toned story, though. What?
Hey.
Oh, no! Rob Corddry's. What? Are you kidding me?
No, I don't. This is great. This is
Are you
so
kidding
weird.
me?
This is so.
What the hell are you doing here?
I was in the neighborhood.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was in the neighborhood. This is a very Chinese neighborhood.
It is?
Yeah. And I love Chinese culture.
I had no idea.
Oh, take a walk around.
Like just down the street?
Oh, they're walking. The place is lousy with old Chinese
You
people.
see Chinese people?
Everywhere.
That is unbelievable.
With their huge brimmed hats.
Oh, no.
Because they hate the sun.
Really?
Those people hate the sun.
You see actual, turn of the century Chinese people.
Old,
Are they working
bound
on a
feet.
railroad?
There is a railroad
being
down
built?
there. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, this got racist so quickly.
Nobody can do it like the Chinese.
I know, any of it.
So I thought, Mark lives right up the street.
I appreciate you coming by because I clearly don't get out enough. And you brought coffee in one of my cups.
Yeah, isn't that weird? And my stuff was already here. My phone, my sunglasses.
This is so fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what a weird morning. It was almost as if you were here before. So look, someone told me that you have a show on television again.
Oh, I may as well plug it while I'm here, right?
I don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. I mean, while I'm here, I don't like to plug. Like, I like to talk.
Sure, you just talk, but pretend like you're not plugging.
Since I'm here, it's called Children's Hospital.
I knew that.
Yeah. It's on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
12 at night. Thursday night. I don't like to say midnight because people might
I'm tired.
Think it's a...
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, 12 at night sounds so much earlier.
Yeah, 12 at night
12
much
at night.
better.
That's more like me.
Yeah, midnight. I'm tired. Sleeping. So wait, now, how many did you do?
We did 14.
And who are the exciting people on the shows? Because it's a hilarious show, and I think I saw coming attractions for it. Is that possible?
Yeah.
And they looked funny. Like,
it's a really funny Blood Drive, the Blood Drive one.
Right.
Yeah, it's really funny.
But usually, like, everyone I know but me is involved in it. And I know...
We've called you.
I know that.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
We've called you.
But you call me, like, yeah, that's true.
I know.
I want to do the next one.
We probably always call you a little bit. It's always like...
It's like, Mark, can
too
you be
late.
here? Yeah.
It's like, yeah, exactly.
Oh, we're shooting your scene.
Mark, 10 minutes from now, what are you doing?
We're shooting a scene with you in it.
Exactly.
Can you get here?
That's the way it happens.
Well, that's the way show business happens. I'm sorry I wasn't available for that.
It's tough. It's tough. We don't have we have good guest stars this season, but nothing that's like... mind-blowing because we're like more into... I mean, there's such a great cast that we did this episode that I believe it's 7th in the lineup. It's an all British cast. It's the British version of the American of the hit American long-running American show Children's Hospital.
That's funny.
So we've got a lot of people, a lot of ringers in that one.
Yeah.
They're all definitely like departures this season. Like
Yeah.
we've definitely sort of there's a lot of weird ones. There's one called Chief's Origins. You find out the what happened to Megan Mullally to make her so handicapped over the years. So it's like flashbacks to her life. There's an episode, the Airborne Amnesia is our first one.
Yeah.
And everybody gets amnesia. It's an airborne amnesia virus. I become king of the hospital because clowns can't get amnesia, of course.
I didn't know that.
But the line is something like they're clowns can't get amnesia, though we would like to forget Cirque du Soleil. And we've got a lot of episodes.
With a lot of stories.
A lot of great ones.
A lot of good stories.
Oh, there's a behind-the-scenes one, because we have a whole sort of... I'm obsessed with mythology, the mythology
in
of
real
the
life?
show. No. I could care less about mythology in real life.
Yeah.
Mostly just like the geeky comic book version of this character used to be this.
Sure.
And we, I play...
And then he spilled something on himself.
Yeah, and then it sent him into a parallel universe.
Yeah.
I play Blake Down. I play Cutter Spindell, who plays Blake Downs on the show Children's Hospital.
Right.
So we're doing another Newsreaders episode, which is our sort of behind the scenes, a news show called Newsreaders.
Okay.
Does a report on Children's Hospital. And also, that's our new spinoff. We just wrapped shooting that show.
There's a spinoff to Children's
spinoff, yeah.
Did you have any idea, though? Like, I mean, because I talked to you when maybe it was season 2 of this.
It was.
Right. So now you really have to go. I don't think you had any intention to build backstory or anything else. You're like, let's just have a good time. And now.
Backstory, I was always obsessed with backstory just because it's fun for me. But no, you're right. Absolutely. Like, I was like, oh, you know what? I should probably start writing real stories and actually develop these characters because we were just nominated for an Emmy.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. Like,
That's
this
crazy.
has become a thing that I'm no longer doing just because I
didn't realize
bored.
that. You got nominated for an Emmy?
Yeah.
When are the Emmys?
Yeah, the 23rd, September 23rd.
Well, that's fucking exciting.
It's really exciting, yeah. I'm pretty giddy about it.
What category? Just comedy?
This is almost as exciting. They've created a new category called short format live action comedy, I believe, and it's in the main Emmys.
Well, is that just to accommodate Adult Swim? So are they all Adult Swim?
Right? Yeah.
It's like,
I think Tenacious D from the 90s is their show on HBO is nominated.
Yeah.
No, there's like web series nominated.
Really?
And 15. Like, there's not a lot.
right.
But it's great that they're saying like, this is something viable. This is something we respect and realize.
It seems to still be here. We better reckon with it.
You people aren't going away.
Yeah, you're making it shorter. We got to acknowledge it.
Proving that 22 minutes is just too long.
Too long for anybody to watch anything.
We get it.
You know what? I'm going to do my side of this job if I could.
Sure.
Season 4 of Children's Hospital every Thursday starting tonight, August 9th at midnight.
Tonight.
But if that makes you tired, at 12. And that's followed by the new season of NTSF SD SUV, which, of course, is the National Terrorism Strike Force San Diego Sports Utility Vehicle, starring Paul Scheer, Rob Riggle, Rebecca Romaine, June Diane Rayfield, Brandon Johnson, Martin Starr, and Kate Mulgrew. That's at 12:15, right after Children's Hospital on Adult Swim. Enjoy that. Go to adultswim.com for a schedule and more details on adultswim.com. Well, I'm glad you came by. I think it made it all worthwhile. But
Thanks
you can finish your coffee. I'm not gonna be like, get out. Let's get to the odd and wonderful